All right, so I'm doing my hot topic on the Ray Rice assault case in 2014. For those that don't know, Ray Rice is a NFL player. He played college football at Rutgers University and was drafted in the second round of the 2008 NFL draft by the Baltimore Ravens. With the Ravens, he accumulated 6,180 rushing yards, 1,430 rushing attempts, 37 rushing touchdowns, and 43 total touchdowns. And he's the second highest rushing running back in Ravens history. So, the summary of his events for his case on February 15th, 2014, Ray Rice was arrested and charged with simple assault on his, at the current time, fiance, Janae Palmer. This was at Atlantic City at a casino, and originally the incident was described as a minor altercation. Following that, on February 19th, 2014, a video was released of Ray Rice dragging Palmer from the elevator of the casino. And then, following that, March 24th, Ravens owner Steve Bisciotti said that Ray Rice will definitely be back, and you'll soon see the irony in that statement. On the 27th of March, he was indicted on aggravated assault charges. Originally, they were 1 second. Originally, they were simple assault charges, but they were upgraded to aggravated assault charges. And even though his wife or his fiance didn't want to press charges, the state still did. So the next day, him and his wife actually got married. They were engaged for a while before, when this incident happened. And then on May 1st, Rice was offered a plea deal that would have him spare his jail time in exchange for completing a probation and anger management program. So on May 1st, he applied for the program. It's for first-time offenders only, and it would clear the charges within 6 months if he stays out of trouble and attends counseling for his anger management. On the 21st, he accepts the 12-month program instead of going to a trial. And then on the 24th of July, the NFL came out and said he was suspended for 2 games. So even though he avoided legal charges, the NFL still placed a 2-game suspension on him. And then on the 28th of that year as well, the NFL came out and said that their domestic violence policies were not harsh enough, and that the 2-game suspension was kind of weak, and they implemented a new policy that said first-time domestic violence offenders would receive a 6-game unpaid suspension. Second time would get a lifetime ban from the NFL. And then on September 8th is when everything kind of changed. Everything took a 360, and the video of Ray Rice in the elevator was released to the public. And on that same day, the Ravens released Ray Rice, and then the NFL released Ray Rice. So the video was very crucial in this case. And then both the Ravens and the NFL claim that they did not see this tape until it was released to the public by TMZ. And one of the controversies in this case was that many thought the NFL had already seen the tape, and thought they saw the tape and only gave Ray Rice 2-game suspension. And they claimed that they never saw the tape, but that was a big controversy within the case. And so On the 9th, the NFL said that Ray Rice had an indefinite suspension because he gave false accounts of what happened in the elevator. On the 16th of September, Rice appealed this decision and says he was always honest with the NFL. On the 5th, he had a hearing held, and then during his appeal, the crucial part of the appeal was that the Ravens general manager um, testified and said that during the original meeting with Ray Rice told the truth to Goodell and said that he hit Palmer in the elevator. So this would go along with when he said he told the truth. And on the 28th, a neutral arbitrator found that Ray Rice did not lie and deserved to be reinstated, and he was reinstated into the NFL. But currently, he hasn't been picked up, or he's an unsigned free agent, so he can play for a team, but with this kind of history, it's very tough to get re-signed and everything. So the legal aspects involved within this case, obviously assault, that is the attempt to inflict physical harm on another individual, whether successful or not, of which the intended victim is aware. Um, the elements of assault: an intentional act by the defendant causes apprehension on the part of the plaintiff, or imminent harmful or offensive contact. Simple assault versus aggravated assault. Since his original charges were simple assault, then they were upgraded to aggravated assault, which makes sense because it wasn't like a minor hit. It was more serious hit that would potentially cause serious injuries, even though no injuries were reported. Um, And so another aspect is a plea deal. This is any agreement in a criminal case between the prosecutor and defendant whereby the defendant agrees to plead guilty to a particular charge in return for some concession from the prosecutor. Due to Ray's plea deal, he was able to have the charges dropped, and the case would not show on his record, as I said before, in exchange for a 12-month probation and the anger management classes. And appeal is ask a higher court to reverse the decision of a trial court after final judgment or other legal ruling. And so, since he appealed the decision of the NFL, he was able to be reinstated and he has the potential to play again. And the significance of this case is that it really raised awareness for domestic violence, particularly in the NFL. Obviously, the NFL has had some issues recently with domestic violence, and this case just kind of brought it more to the forefront since it was on clear video and it was more on the extreme side. And it also highlights how crucial an athlete's reputation is, since Ray Rice isn't currently unsigned, and he was a very good running back when he was playing, but it really doesn't matter that much when you have this hanging over your head. So I think it really raised awareness for domestic violence and a player's reputation. All right, thank you.